Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Josh, aka G. Shady Reactions to music, TV shows, movies, you name it, I'm going to react to it. And in this video, we're reacting to King Kendrick. I'm super excited for his comeback with his album that's going to be in a couple days now, but he came out with the Heart Part 5. And if you know Kendrick and you know his releases, you know he'll release a Heart series right before he does the album. And if you remember the Heart Part 4, man, he just went off in it. What did he say? He said, a condo in Compton, I'm still in reach. Like, he just went off. He called a lot of people out. You know, Drake, Big Sean, I believe, was also another one. But I'm really excited for the album because I've never gotten to experience a Kendrick album or Heart series live. Like, I became a very late Kendrick fan. I became a Kendrick fan like a year after Damn came out. And after I listened to Damn, I was blown away, and I listened to everything else. I do have the lyrics pulled up because I do want to know what he's gonna say in this, if he has, you know, if he's gonna go after more people, what his perspective is gonna be. So without further ado, let's just dive right into it.
I realize life is perspective. And my perspective may differ from yours.
Life is all about perspectives.
I want to say thank you to everyone that's been down with me.
Yes, sir. King Kendrick.
Fans, all my beautiful fans.
I love him, dude. Look at him.
Anyone who's ever
He's back. It's been like 5 years. All right, let's see what he has to say. Come on, Kendrick.
I come from a generation of pain where murder is minor. Rebellious and more jealous, a chip you for designer. Belt buckles and cloud overzealous and prone to violence. Make their own turn, be your will of the will alignment. Residue burn, missed at the inner city. Miscommunication to keep homo detector busy. No protection is risky. Desensitized, I vandalize pain. Covered up and camouflage.
Okay, yeah, so I mean, I just know he's gonna go off, and I feel like when I'm just thinking about a bar that Kendrick says, he'll be like already 3 or 4 bars ahead of me. But right now he's really just talking about, you know, where he grew up, Compton, the culture that he kind of grew up in. Make wrong turn, be a will of the will alignment. No protection is risky. So he's talking about how dangerous his life was and just growing up like that. And it's just like rebellious and Margillas will chip you for designer. You know, Kendrick's known for this type of writing. So definitely not surprised or anything like that. Let's keep it going.
Analyze, risk your life, take the charge. Homies, don't fuck your baby mama once you hit the yard. That's culture. 23-hour lockdown.
Ooh, I didn't like it, but interesting how he said that's culture. He said, homies done effed your baby mama once you hit the yard. That's culture. Like once you're gone, like these people that you think are your homies will just come in and just F your baby mama, like, and that's what we call the culture, like, and it shouldn't be that way.
Said your little nephew was shot down. The coach is involved. I done seen niggas do 17, hit the halfway house, get out and get his brains blown out. Looking to buy some weed, car washes played out. New GoFundMe accounts to proceed. A brand new victim, a shatter those dreams. The culture.
Ooh. Ooh, what's the sample? Oh, this is a bop. Oh, I'm so excited for the album.
Look what I done for you. I said I do this for my culture. To
that OJ?
What a nigga look like in a bulletproof Rover. In my mama's sofa was a doodle popper, hair trigger, walk up closer. Ain't no photoshopping. Friends by
Kanye?
Grab your by your pockets, no option.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me go back. What did he say about? Did he say anything during OJ's part?
I said I do this for my culture, to let y'all know what a nigga look like in a bulletproof Rover.
Looks like in a bulletproof Rover. So is he referring to like the car chase scene with OJ Simpson?
And
then he switches straight to Kanye right here.
Walk up closer, ain't no photoshopping. Friends bipolar, grab your by your pocket.
Friends bipolar. So we know Kanye is bipolar. So is he like rapping from? Is he rapping like about them or like rapping from their perspective? And it's wow. Did not expect the face swaps in this one. Okay, we got OJ, we got Kanye so far. Really interesting concept. I like it. That's the culture. Point the finger, promote you. Remote location, witness protection. They go hold you. The streets got me fucked up. Y'all can miss me. I want to represent for us. New revolution was up and moving. I'm in Argentina wiping my tears, full of confusion. Water in between us, another peer's been executed. History repeats again. I'm in Argentina wiping my tears, another peer's been executed. Another peer's been. Is he referring to Nipsey Hussle, or who's he referring to that's being executed? Make amends, then find a nigga with the same skin to do it.
but that's the culture. Crack a bottle, hard to deal with the pain when you're sober. By tomorrow.
Yeah, that is the culture, apparently. He said, but that's a culture. Crack a bottle, hard to deal with the pain when you're sober. That's not for, you know, black or hip hop culture. It's really just like, it feels like especially with men, like if you're going through anything or you're feeling some type of emotional way, you start drinking or doing drugs to try to escape all these emotions. And that seems to be like the culture or the norm that is going on nowadays.
We forget the remains, we start over. That's the problem. Our foundation was trained to accept whatever follows. Dehumanized, insensitive, scrutinized the way we live for you and I. Enemy shook my hand, I can promise I'll meet you in a land where no equal is your equal. Never say I ain't told you. Nah, in a land where hurt people hurt more people. Fuck calling it culture.
Ooh, we switched to Will Smith. He says something about hurting people. Is he referring to the Chris Rock slap? Let me go back and listen to that.
It's your equal, never say I
Let me read
ain't
the
told
lyrics
you.
too.
Nah, in a land where hurt people hurt more people. Fuck calling it culture.
Okay, so right before that he said, in a land where no equal is your equal, never say I ain't told ya. In the land where hurt people hurt more people, F calling it culture. So we obviously know Will Smith has been dealing with a lot of things. You know, you can just tell, and you know, the Oscars, when Chris Rock said that joke, it really, I believe he finally just exploded and he just, you know, obviously we know what happened. He went up, slapped Chris Rock. But Kendrick is saying, in the land where hurt people hurt more people, referring to that incident, referring to, you know, him and what storytelling, telling from different perspectives that we've seen so far. They all seem to be very affluent or very famous black individuals in America. Awesome stuff, man. Very, very, very creative video. I love it. And it's not like there's different scenes. It's really just this one spot right here. The face swaps are kind of scary though, how accurate it is. Do we have another verse coming? Yeah, looks like we do.
Take the drums out.
Take the drums out. Who we going to next, Kendrick?
Celebrate new life when it come back around. The purpose is in the lessons we learning now. Sacrifice personal gain over everything, just to see the next generation better than ours. I wasn't perfect, the skin I was in that truly suffered. Temptation and patience, everything that the body nurtures. I felt the good, I felt the bad, and I felt the worry. But all in all, my productivity has stayed urgent. Facing fears, always knew that.
Yeah, that's the energy. He's talking about all the pain he suffered just in America in his life and just being a black man, because he's, you know, he did say, I wasn't perfect. The skin I was in had truly suffered. You know, he's just growing up in America and in the neighborhood he was in. But then he also says that right before I pause it, he says, but all in all, my productivity has stayed urgent. No matter how successful he's come, his productivity has, you know, stayed urgent, as if, you know, he had something to lose still. Which is why Kendrick is just like, every time he comes out with an album, I believe it just gets better and better and better. And I do believe Damn was his best album, even though a lot of people don't agree with me. And I'm really, you know, looking forward to the next album. I hope it's even better and we can see the evolution in him as a person and an artist.
Where the energy is magnified and persevered. Consciousness is synchronized and crystal clear. Euphoria is glorified and made his. Reflecting on my
Kobe.
life and what I done. Paid dues, made rules change out of love. Them same views made schools change curriculums, but didn't change me staring down the barrel of that gun. Should I feel resentful I didn't see my full potential? Should I feel regret about the good that I was into? Everything is everything, this ain't coincidental. I woke up that morning with more heart to give you. As I bleed through the speakers, feel my presence. To my
Nipsey.
brother, to my kids, I'm in heaven. To my mother, to my sis, I'm in heaven. To my father, to my wife, I'm serious, this is heaven. To my friends, make sure you count them blessings. To my fans, make sure you make them investments.
That's
And to the
so
killer-
cool. So he switches for like 3 or 4 lines. He switches over to Nipsey Hussle and he says, what did he say? He said, as I bleed through the speakers, feel my presence. To my brothers, to my kids, I'm in heaven. To my mother, to my sis, I'm in heaven. To my father, to my wife, I am serious. This is heaven. Wow, I got goosebumps just reading that. It seems like he's talking from the perspective of Nipsey Hussle, who has passed away and is now in heaven. even though he's not here with us anymore, his music's gonna live on. And when you hear the music through the speakers, feel his presence, feel his energy. And he's talking to all the people in his life and his family. I'm in heaven, don't worry about me, I'm in heaven. And he says to my father, to my wife, I am serious, this is heaven. He doesn't say I'm in heaven, he says this is heaven, referring to, like, you know, you don't have to be sad, this is really what heaven is. This is the better, this is the way better than, you know, on earth. Like, I'm okay. After that, he switches right over to Kendrick and he said, to my fans. Like, it's wow.
Cause feel my presence. To my brother, to my kids, I'm in heaven. To my mother, to my sis, I'm in heaven. To my father, to my wife, I'm serious, this is heaven. To my friends, make sure you count them blessings. To my fans, make sure you make them investments. And to the killer that spared up my demise, I forgive you, just know your soul's in question. I see the pain in your...
To the killer that sped up my demise. Whew, he's talking, ooh, okay. I like the perspective changes in this song. He said, to the killer that sped up my demise, I forgive you, just know that your soul's in question. Or at least he's thinking from their perspective of Nipsey. He's forgiven the killer, but he's also telling the killer the truth that, you know, it's not okay what you did. Wow.
Squeeze, and though you did me gruesome, I was surely relieved. I completed my mission, wasn't ready to leave, but fulfilled my days, my creator was pleased. I can't stress how I love y'all. I don't need to be in flesh just to hug y'all. The memories recollect just because y'all celebrate me with respect. The unity we protect is above all. And
wow.
Sam, I'll be watching over you. Make sure my kids watch all my interviews.
Switches
Make
back
sure
to
you
Nipsey.
live out our dreams we produce. Keep that genius in your brain on the move. And to my neighborhood, let the good prevail. Make sure them babies and the leaders out of jail.
Man.
Look for salvation when troubles get real. Cause you can't help the world until you help yourself. And I can't blame the hood the day that I was killed. You had to see it, that's the only way to feel. And though my physical won't reap the benefits, the energy they carry on admit still, I want you.
Wow. Oh, I have goosebumps. What a beautiful song. Wow. A beautiful song. And I believe in the beginning of the song, he said something about perspective, right? He says, as I get a little older, I realize life is perspective, and my perspective may be different from yours. Wow, so the story is, he switches, you know, to all these different people. Kanye, OJ, Will Smith, Nipsey. And he kind of tells the story from their perspective. So it's, what a amazing concept for a song, a video. Super beautiful. Was not expecting this, and I'm looking, you know, more forward to the album now, and I can't wait for it. And once the album does come out, I'm definitely gonna do a reaction to it. So I have to watch this like another 20 times and read the lyrics again. Great stuff. So if you like that reaction, go and like and subscribe. If you didn't, you don't have to. I'll catch you guys on the next one.